Morning, Gregory. Morning, Michelle. Welcome, Sean. All right, let's get started. Page 10. It's Tuesday, English day. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. A third time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A third time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A third time I go to the Sangha for refuge. The 3 refuges are complete. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking life. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking what is not given. I undertake the training rule to abstain from sexual misconduct. I undertake the training rule to abstain from false speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Having well undertaken and kept the 5 precepts together with the 3 refuges, one should strive on with diligence. With morality, good rebirth is gained. With morality, wealth is achieved. With morality, perfect peace is attained. Therefore, morality should be purified. Welcome, John and Audrey. And since we have a few people who are new or new-ish, some of you, especially if you haven't been around traditional Buddhist temples, you might be wondering, why are there Christmas lights on this altar? And that's because when you go to traditional Buddhist temples, not necessarily like a Thai forest or something like that, but different cultures, different traditions, what you'll often see are these like traveling multicolored lights. Like it's very bright. It's very like kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like beautiful a little bit. I mean, Americans might think it's a little gaudy or something, but it's very like, kind of bright and multicolored. And so the Christmas lights on the altar here are my kind of nod to that. I have a kind of, and since I don't have candles, it's the light on the altar. So now you know. All right. Page 24. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Such indeed is the Sublime One, worthy, perfectly enlightened, perfect in true knowledge and conduct, well gone, knower of the worlds, supreme trainer of persons to be tamed, teacher of gods and humans, enlightened and exalted. Well expounded is the Dhamma by the Sublime One, directly visible, unaffected by time, calling one to come and see, leading onwards to be realized by the wise. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is practicing well. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is of upright conduct. The order of the Sublime One's disciples has entered the right path. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is practicing correctly. That is, the 4 pairs of persons, the 8 kinds of individuals. This order of the Sublime One's disciples is worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gifts and salutation, supreme field of merit for the world. The Buddha, well purified with ocean-like compassion, possessed of the eye of knowledge, completely purified, destroyer of the evils and corruption of the world, I revere that Buddha with devotion. Homage to you, so nobly bred. Homage to you amongst men supreme. Peerless are you in all the world. May all homage be given to you. The teacher's Dhamma, like a lamp, divided into path, fruition, and the deathless, both itself transcendent and showing the way to that goal. I revere that Dhamma with devotion. Thoroughly understanding the Dhamma and freed from longing through insight, the wise one who is rid of all desire is calm as a pool unstirred by wind. Those to whom the Dhamma is clear are not led into other doctrines. Perfectly enlightened with perfect knowledge, they walk evenly over the uneven. Of all the medicines in the world, manifold and various, there is none like the medicine of Dhamma. Therefore, O monks, drink of this. Having drunk this Dhamma medicine, you will be ageless and beyond death. Having developed and seen the truth, you will be quenched, free from craving. The Sangha call the field better than the best, who have seen peace, awakening after the Buddha's good way, who have abandoned attachment to noble ones the wise. I revere that Sangha with devotion. Happy is the arising of the Buddhas. Happy is the teaching of the true Dhamma. Happy is the unity of the Sangha. Happy is the discipline of the united ones. They go to many a refuge, those who have been struck by fear. They go to the mountains and forests, the parks and trees and shrines. But none of these is a secure refuge. None is the refuge supreme. Not by relying on such a refuge can one be freed from all suffering. But one who has gone for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha sees with perfect wisdom the Four Noble Truths. Suffering, the arising of suffering, the transcending of suffering, and the Noble Eightfold Path that leads to suffering's final end. This is the refuge that is secure. This is the refuge that is supreme. By relying on such a refuge as this, one is released from all suffering. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Buddha. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Dhamma. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Sangha. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Actors speak with a defiled state of mind, then suffering follows, as the cartwheel follows the foot of the ox. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Actors speak with a pure state of mind, then happiness follows, as your shadow follows you without departing. Impermanent are all conditioned things, affected by rising and falling away. Having arisen, they then must cease. Blissful is it when they subside. Abstaining from all evil, doing what is good, cleansing one's mind. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. Patience is the highest practice. Nibbana is supreme, say the Buddhas. A mendicant does not harm others. A recluse oppresses no one. Not insulting, not harming, restrained according to the moral code. Moderating in food, dwelling in solitude, engaging in higher mental development. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. By the blessings that have arisen from my practice, may my venerable preceptors and teachers who have helped me, mother, father, and relatives, male and female rulers, worldly powers, virtuous human beings, the higher beings, demons, and high gods, the guardian deities of the world, celestial beings, the Lord of Death, friendly people, indifferent and hostile, may all beings be well. May the skillful deeds done by me bring you threefold bliss. May this quickly bring you to the deathless. By means of this meritorious deed and through this aspiration, may I quickly attain the cutting off of craving and clinging. Whatever faults I have until I am liberated, may they quickly perish. Wherever I am born, may there be an upright mind, mindfulness and wisdom, austerity and vigor. May no harmful influences weaken my efforts. The Buddha is the unsurpassed protector. Dhamma is the supreme protection. Peerless is the silent Buddha. The Sangha is my true refuge. By the power of these exalted ones, may I rise above all defilements. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, secondary chanting, page 235. Katamacha Nanda Anatta Sanya Hidananda Bhikkhu Aranya Gatova Rukamula Gatova Sunyagara Gatova Iti Patisanchikati Chakun Anatta Rupang Anatta Sotang Anatta Saddha Anatta Ghanang Anatta Ganda Anatta Jivha Anatta Rasa Anatta Kayo anatta, pottabba anatta, mano anatta, dhamma anatta ati. Itiyamesu chasu ajjatika bahiresu ayatanesu anatta nupassi viharati ayang vuchyata ananda anatta sanya. Katama chananda asubha sanya. Idananda bhikkhu emang eva kayang uddang padatala adhokesa mattika tacca parinyantang porang nanapakarasa suchino paccavekati attiyamasmin kaye kesa loma naka danta tacco Mangsang naharu atti minjang vakang haddayang yakkanang kilomakang pihekang pappasang antang antan gunang ad udarayang karisang mattalonggang pitang semhang pubbo lohitang sedo medo asuvasa kelo singanika lasika muttanti Itiyamasmin kaye asubha nupassi viharati ayang vuchyata ananda asubha sanya. Keep in mind that the Pali for all of these perceptions is the same as Satipatthana. Kaya nupassana, Vedana nupassana, Asubha nupassi. Katamacha ananda adina vasanya hidananda bhikkhu aranya gatova rukamula gatova sunyagara gatova iti patisanchikati bahu dukko ko ayang kayo bahu adina voti iti emasmin kaye vividha abhada upajjati Sayati dang chakurogo, sotorogo, ganarogo, jivharogo, kayarogo, sisarogo, kannarogo, mukkarogo, dantarogo, kaso, saso, pinaso, daho, jaro, kunchirogo, mucha, Pakandika, Sula, Visuchika, Kuttang, Gando, Kilaso, Soso, Appamaro, Daddo, Kando, Kachu, Rakasa, Vitachaka, Lohita, Pittang, Madumeho, Asma, Pilaka, Bhagandala pitta samutana abada sema samutana abada vata samutana abada sanipantika abada. All right, English. And what Ananda is perception of absence of self. Herein, Ananda, a bhikkhu who has gone to the forest or to the foot of a tree or to an empty abode, considers thus. I is devoid of self, form is devoid of self, ear is devoid of self, sound is devoid of self. So these are the internal and external sense bases that are devoid of self. Nose is devoid of self, smelling is devoid of self, tongue is devoid of self, tastes are devoid of self. Body is devoid of self, tangibles are devoid of self. Mind is devoid of self, thoughts are devoid of self. Thus in these 6 internal and external spheres, he dwells reflecting on their selflessness. This Ananda is said to be the perception of absence of self. And what Ananda is perception of impurity. Herein Ananda, a bhikkhu who has gone to the forest or to the foot of a tree or to an empty abode, considers the impurities of various kinds, filling the body from the feet upwards, from the top of the hair downwards, bound by skin thus. In this body there are head hairs, body hairs, nails, teeth, skin, flesh, sinews, bones, bone marrow, kidneys, heart, liver, pleura, spleen, lungs, large intestine, small intestine, undigested food in the stomach, feces, brain, bile, phlegm, pus, blood, sweat, fat, tears, grease, saliva, mucus, synovial fluid, and urine. Thus he dwells, reflecting on the impurity of this body. This Ananda is said to be the perception of impurity. And what Ananda is the perception of danger. So this is the same danger as seen in the gratification, the danger, and the escape, adinava. Here in Ananda, a bhikkhu who has gone to the forest or to the foot of a tree or to an empty abode considers thus. This body is full of suffering. It has many dangers. Thus in this body various afflictions arise. Illness of the eye, illness of hearing, illness of the nose, illness of the tongue, illness of the body, illness of the head, illness of the ear, illness of the mouth, infirmity of the teeth, coughing, asthma, excess mucus, heat, fever, illness of the abdomen, fainting, dysentery, acute pain, cholera, leprosy, abscesses, skin disease, consumption, epilepsy, skin eruption, itch, scabs, nail scratch, scabies, affliction through blood and bile, diabetes, paralysis, cancer, ulcers, afflictions arising from bile, afflictions arising from phlegm, afflictions arising from wind, afflictions arising from the union of the humors of the body. It's a lot of afflictions. All right, we'll continue with that tomorrow. We'll go to our thought of the day, continuing with the Noble Eightfold Path. Number 4, Sammakamanto Panatipata Vedamani Yadinna Dana Vedamani Kame Sumichachara Vedamani. Abstaining from taking life, abstaining from stealing, abstaining from sexual misconduct. Hello friends, so today we have right action, and right action is 3 out of 5 of the 5 precepts. Of course, the 4th is seen yesterday, where we did right speech. So we have these 3, right action. If you notice, I mean, they can be applied to yourself, but they're usually related to how you're engaging with other people, right? Not harming other people, not stealing, right? Taking from other people, that is harming them as well. Maybe not like physically, like killing, but that's a harm. And sexual misconduct, that can also be very harmful. Both, obviously, all of these, you harm yourself when you do these. That's obvious. That's a given. But you also harm others. So this is why the Buddha says when one develops and follows and perfects the 5 precepts, one gives a gift of fearlessness to the world. Because beings around you know you and trust your sila, and that you would not, kill them or kill their loved ones or steal from them or their loved ones, or sexually have sexual misconduct with them or their loved ones, etc. Right? So when we are practicing right action, we are aware, we are being mindful of our actions in the world. Right? Being mindful of how we engage with others, and also how we engage with ourselves. Especially the right speech yesterday talking about lying. I don't think I talked about how much we lie to ourselves, and we accept lies and justifications that arise in our mind from Mara. So right action is a wonderful thing to try and develop for yourself and others around you for the benefit of yourself and other beings. So I encourage you to develop right action in all your thoughts, words, and deeds. Suki Hotu, may you be happy and at ease, practice well and be well, and may you have a spiritually successful and peaceful practice until we meet again, which if I'm alive should be tomorrow morning for another morning monastery experience. And for those of you who are staying for the meditation, as always, it begins and ends at the bell. Very good, Michelle. All right, friends, have a good day.